Sugar Cookies. This is Sheen coming back at you talking about what? We talking about this presidential debate. I mean, Lord have mercy when I tell you people coming out of woodworks, what they got to say and stuff that you never know or knew what happened behind the scenes, that happened behind the scenes. I'm gonna try to stop moving here, but it's one thing. Cory Booker, I ain't gonna lie to you, Cory Booker brought out a valid point. Now they say Biden actually brought out this stop and frisk. Now, stop and frisk, if you if you living in America and if you black or whatever, stop and frisk is nothing nice. And it doesn't even matter, because it's just like, it don't even matter what race you are at this point, because it's almost as if, you know, anybody could get locked up or anybody could get a ticket right about now. But the thing is, stop and frisk was in the law for allowing police officers to do whatever they have to do. Now, I was just like, I can't believe what actually, when he said that, I think I just got pissed, because, you know, when you walking around the street, you chilling, you mind your own business, and anybody, a police officer could just come up and say, oh, I don't really like how you look intellectually. Well, in their minds, they might have something going on with them. Or, you know, it's a class, you know, a class thing where, classic example of, oh, if it's a group of black men walking down the street, oh, they doing something wrong, or they look suspect, or if you see, and then it's just like, sometimes it's just like police be on the scene so much to the point where it not only intimidates, you know, black people, but it also really makes you afraid to go out and see them sometimes. So you'll flinch, you know, unknowingly, because you're like, oh, so it's just like you already have a defense, you know, against them when you see them. So with this defense, you're like, oh, here go this BS. But it's just like, when people do that, you know, it automatically would cause them to say, oh, they got something, they doing something or whatever. But then it's just like, okay, you minding your business, you going on about your day, you keep it moving down the street. Next thing you know, they done looped around to see, you know, it's just almost like, to me, it's almost like a harassment or whatever. They loop around to come back and see if it's anything going on with you or whatever. And it's just crazy, because it's just like, it goes on all levels. Now, it's just like, the other day, I got pulled over because this police officer said, oh, I was, you know, swerving out of lane. And I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me? It is a construction area. So my car, which is low, is going to hit a bump. I'm going to move to the side. Cause I'm like, hello, it is construction. Do you not know this road is bumpy? And it's just like, it depends on what type of car you have. Your car will be low, so you will, you know, go to the left and go to the right sometimes. It's not saying that a person is drunk or something like that. It's just the road is messed up. But no, it's just like, one thing I found out, the police is supposed to uphold our constitutional rights. So my first thing is, when a police pull me over, whatever, I automatically ask, did I do something wrong, or have I violated my constitutional rights? Because they're supposed to uphold the Constitution. So pulling me over, asking me for my things, it's just like, most of the time, people, when they see the police, they automatically go ahead and start pulling out the registration. I'm like, no, don't pull out your registration, or don't pull out your information out of your glove compartment. Is because, you know, what did you do? It's just like, you automatically think that something is wrong. You done did something. No. It's just like, they need to let you know what they've done or what you've done wrong. And it's just like, sometimes it could be the little minorest thing that police do to you. One thing I found, it get on my nerves sometimes. So this is one of the tactics that most police that I found, usually if they're in like a racist area, something like that. So what they'll do, if they automatically see you as a black dude with a hoodie or something like that, they'll automatically pull up behind you and just start tracing you. Now, this is from my own experience. I actually had a hoodie on, minding my own business one day, and police pulled up behind me and they followed me almost a mile or two, running my tags and all this other stuff. But this is what they do to intimidate you, you know, because it's only one slight move. It all depends on which state that you're in. Some states have it where if you don't turn your signal to turn, oh, that's an automatic ticket. But it's just like you're just turning, you're letting somebody know that you're turning in a lane, really. And then sometimes you automatically forget, because you sometimes in a rush and you forget to put on your turning signal. But that's one thing. Another thing is just like, and I've seen this done, I've had this done to myself, and this is the only reason why I'm saying this, is when I was driving, you know, like late at night, when you driving from wherever you gotta go, or wherever you coming from, you going home, and I was driving, minding my own business, as I always do, and I'm driving, and a police just run up behind me. So I'm just like, really you running up behind me? So it's just like, if a person runs up behind you, you automatically panic, or you like go into defense mode, like, what the hell is wrong with you running up behind me? Now, they already say do not drive fast when you driving in your car, or you drive a distance between the two cars. You're supposed to be at least 5 feet between cars or something like that. I'm like, yo, I did take my driving test, and I did pass, and I also do know how to drive defensively. So when a person drive up on you like that, at the end of the day, I don't want to be fooled up. If you got somewhere to go, you in a rush, let me pull to the side. So I pulled to the side. The police talking about something, oh, I seen you swerving. I was not swerving. It's just another way for these police to go ahead and pull you over and say, try to see if anything is wrong on your, if your insurance is not updated, your registration is not updated, your license is not updated, or your vehicle has not been inspected. It all depends on which state you in. So it's just like, you just have to be on a safeguard with all of this. But then the other thing too, you just have to be safe out here, and you just have to, be okay with yourself. Because, you're an American citizen. You doing what you got to do to get from point A to point B. Everybody out here paying their bills. Everybody here doing what they got to do to survive. But it's just like, when you bombarded, it's like a constant harassment almost, that you feel within yourself. Because just like, you black and you driving down the street, and you are constantly bombarded. Like, okay, you go over 5 miles over the speed limit, or you go 10 miles over the speed limit, you ain't nobody die, ain't nobody get upset, you ain't got no accident. Why is all this extra? And then it's just like, there's one thing when people, don't say nothing and don't do anything. Okay, so you ain't saying nothing and doing nothing because you're of a different race. But I found, now I ain't gonna even lie, there's a lot of Asian foreign people that is in the area, that drive and stuff like that. But it's like, sometimes they automatically target them too. And I just sit up there, be looking at it, and I'm just like, I know I ain't supposed to be laughing, but I'm like, well, they turn to be black. It's just like, yo, everybody is having this moment in this nation of being black, and that's a part of the problem. It's just like, we've been dealing with this for years and years and years, and now the tables is turned on everybody else. That goes to my next segment. But for the most part, I was seeing Chinese people, Asian people pulled over left and right, mainly because police will do the same tactics, pull up behind them. So, people get scared. And it's just like some people from different countries don't know the laws and rules here, even though they take the test and pass it. But it's just like, if ain't nobody died, ain't no accident happen, why the rush? Why all this stuff? But I'm going to holler at y'all because it's over 10 minutes. But I'm going to holler at y'all on the next little segment. Bye.
Sugar, did you like and subscribe? Did you? Oh. All over here on folks' business now.